Hello, everyone. This is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. I'd like to welcome our good friend Tabletop Sports Delaware. Chris is in the chat along with Sean Shiflett, two wonderful members of the FOC. The return of Chat with Al. We might have Dave Gardner on in a little bit, but if not, it'll just be me and you and some conversation. So how's everything going? Since last we spoke many moons ago, how goes your sim game playing? We had a wonderful football game tonight between the 72 Jets and the 1972 Redskins. Check it out. It was awesome sauce. We also had card and dice, pine tar baseball, Yankees of 1976 taking on the 1965 Dodgers. And we started off the day with the Go-Go Mets of 77 taking on the Chicago Cubs in September. So how's everyone doing out there? What's new with you? Hope everyone's safe and staying healthy in the world of coronavirus. What games are you playing? How are you keeping your mind sane and occupied? Have you tried out any new tabletop games, any PC games? Action PC Golf was on sale. I picked that up. That comes out, May 5th. So next week we'll be back with the OG, the original Grognard. That's Devin. We'll start a little sooner. Nurse Teresa might join in a little later. So it's just the return Chat with Al. Hope everyone's doing well. It's been a long time, a long time. Let's see if I remember how to do this. And I'm enjoying Pine Tar Baseball. It's fun. We've completed some games with a couple of teams. We've played with the 67 Red Sox, the 75 Reds, the 1976 Yankees, and the 1965 Dodgers. I'm going to cut up two more teams and start a series with them. I like it. It's a fun game. You got to be very aware of the pitcher's grades, home and away, and after two times through the lineup, whether their pitching grade improves or goes down. And that's probably the most important thing in Pine Tar Baseball, in my opinion. And Kurt Berglund and James Forno do an excellent job. Sean Shiflett says, Strat, card and dice, and PC for me, still considering out of the ballpark for perfect team. And as always, collecting and trading baseball cards. That is quite cool. What is your favorite baseball card, my friend Sean? YT Solar Beach is here. He says, hey, Red Sox, hope all is well, YT. When I was a kid and I collected baseball cards, I could never get Red Sox cards. You get everything else but Red Sox cards. Was it like that for everyone with their favorite team, whether you're a Yankee fan, a Pirates fan, an Indians fan, a fan of whatever team, whatever sport? I could never get the cards I wanted as a Red Sox fan. I got some good cards, but never the cards I wanted. And then you'd have your friend who'd have like a gazillion doubles who wouldn't trade you a freaking card. You know, do you really need 7 Jim Rice cards? May I please have 1? I will trade you. What would you like for my set? That's like when I used to collect the football helmets out of the vending machines, the little plastic helmets. Nurse Teresa buys them for me now when she was playing, when she was going bowling, not playing bowling, but going bowling. And I have a bunch of them in a back box. The newer ones, really cool. I always liked the plastic football helmets, but I never could get a Patriots helmet. Never, ever, ever. My friend had 5 Patriots helmets. He needed a Chargers helmet. Wouldn't trade me. I had 4 Chargers helmet. I will give you a Chargers helmet for a Patriot helmet. Never would trade me. Why, Bill? Why? To this day, I don't know. Oh, well. Such is life as a youth and a sports fan. Crushing moments. 1978. Enough said. Bucky Dent. Enough said. I still have nightmares. I sent you a link, Uncle Dave. I will do it again. So Uncle Dave Gardner will be joining us. Hold on. Let me do the... I did the copy paste. Let's do it this way. It's in the... I did it through Facebook. Let's go copy. And hopefully we'll have Uncle Dave Gardner shortly. Facebook. Here we go. And why will it not paste? There we go. There's the link. You should have it now, Uncle Dave. Fan-O-Matic is here. Hope all is well. How goes your History Maker baseball and your card collecting? Good to see you guys. Well, I sent it now, Uncle Dave. It should be there. I thought I did, but I'm old. I forget things. Let's see. You know what? I didn't. You are correct. I apologize. I'm seeing the link, Uncle Dave, right there. I'll email it to you. Why is it not working in Facebook? Let's try it again. Technical difficulties. You got to love it. Let's email Uncle Dave. We'll win one way or the other. StreamYard. Invite. Copy to clipboard. And email sent to Uncle Dave Gardner. Third time will be a charm. So hopefully we have Dave Gardner on soon. What is your favorite MLB The Show game? I've never played that. I used to like EA Baseball. They don't make it anymore. I like that one, YT. I like that one a lot. That was fun. They haven't made that since the late 90s, early 2000s. They lost the MLB contract, I guess, because The Show is the only one that makes that game. I've not really played that show. It's unique. You play as a minor leaguer and you win your way up. So hopefully we have Dave on soon. There's Uncle Dave. There's my friend Uncle Dave Gardner. How you doing?
Yeah, it was weird. I didn't see anything, so I figured I'd
come in and
see what was up.
I missed. You're right. The first time I didn't do it, and the second time I put it in, and it looked like it didn't work. So how are you, Uncle? Whalers. Yes.
Yeah, I went a little crazy there. Put on a different view. This is like the CNN view.
Oh, so
the wide view you can see everything, but yeah,
there we go.
That's
there
the
we
fun
go.
view.
I got the professional on, Dave.
Did you see my jersey that Uncle Ron got me?
Uncle Ron got you that, right?
Yep, he got me that for my birthday. I come in the other day.
That's cool. You got the Bruins behind you, the Lightning. I don't know what that middle. I can't read that one.
What's the Rice Cats?
Oh, AHL or East Coast Hockey League.
AHL from years ago. Yeah.
And then you got the Islanders. I always liked the old Islanders logo.
I did too. I mix those up once in a while. I put up Tampa Bay and the Islanders the other day. I try to mix up a couple every different show.
So, been enjoying your daily chats with Uncle Ron. Sometimes I get to pinch hit. That's a lot of fun. That's always a good time. It's a good way to blow off some steam for you and everyone else. I think you're doing a great service to the YouTube community and the FOC, friends of the channel, friends of the community. And it helps out everyone to have a good laugh, to vent a little bit, and talk about some sports, some movies.
Gee, it's been going on. I don't know if it's been, 3 weeks or a month steady now. It just started because I'm out of work and I was out of pay and I was really down. And I said, I need to do something. And so I just started coming on myself on YouTube and Facebook and just talking. And then Ron jumped on with me a couple times, and you did, and Ray and Flinner, and we just talk, and it was just a chance for me to do something and
stay occupied.
Yeah, and it got to a point now. We got people listening in. Well, I hate to say from all around the world, but I know we have
from Asia.
from England and Asia, and I think there might have been somebody from Australia and New Zealand at one point, and all around our country.
You had someone from Australia.
Yeah, and so and people tune in, and we try to chat and have fun things. We try to talk about fun things.
Yeah.
And once in a while we get off topic and talk about the virus and all that crap there. But yeah, I mean, we have a good chat room. We got people coming in and out on Facebook and YouTube, and it got to a point where people actually look forward to it. And so now I look forward to it too. And it's a chance for me to kind of vent a little bit and just get some things off my chest, and just to let everybody else vent too. Some people come in and we talk and we go off on whatever. I mean, one night we talked about newspaper comics, classic newspaper.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I was in the chat for that one.
Yeah, that was a fun night, And
had you not brought that up, Uncle Dave, I forgot. As soon as you brought it up, I could remember all the comics I enjoyed to read.
Yeah, and then we go off on a tangent. It was so fun. Everybody chimes in with something. And then one time we talked about our favorite sports movie, and we just talk fun things that make us happy. And you know how this came to be? When I was a kid, probably back in, I want to say 71 or 72, right? I think my mother was going through her divorce, and my grandmother came to our house and stayed with us, so I think my mother could work that night.
Yep.
And we didn't know what was going on as kids, but we know that something wasn't right.
Yeah.
And I remember laying in bed, and my grandmother had me and my brother in her arms.
Yep.
And she looked at my brother and said, "Okay, tell me something that you like to do." And then my brother went off on all the things he liked to do. Then she said, "Okay, Dave, tell me some things you like to do." And it was that still inspires me to this day. That was got to be 50 years ago. And it's like, when you talk
remember
about,
that now.
I remember that made me feel better, because I talked about things I enjoyed, and I said, Grandma, I like going outside and I set up my street hockey net, and I'm Bobby Orr and I shoot the ball in the net. She's like, that's great, because you play I play every day, Grandma. I go out and I shoot the ball in there, and it made us so happy to talk about things we enjoy, and that's what we try to do. That is on my channel at night.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that's good sound advice from your grandmother. I tell everyone every day, do something you enjoy every day. You got to go to work. You got to do what you got to do, the real life stuff, but you should do something you enjoy every day.
Yeah.
Whether it's YouTubing, gaming, reading, watching a movie, walking the dog.
Yep.
Whatever it is that makes you happy. As long as
you have to. I mean, some days,
as long as it doesn't bother anyone else, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's days that sometimes it's just you just work so much, and you get down on the grind being an adult, and then you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna go to bed. but there's sometimes it's like, I'll come home, we'll have dinner, we'll watch TV, and it's like, I'm gonna play a game. I don't care if it's a quick game of shootout hockey, or if I'm gonna play a period of strat or whatever, or what I'm gonna play something. Maybe I'll buy a new season. You know what I mean? And spend a few bucks on that. And just, you're right. You got to do stuff that makes you happy. And that's a big deal. And so like you said, just anything at all. Sometimes it's just putzing around, doing something simple. I mean, and there's things you look forward to. Like, there was times I would look forward to going to bed and listen to a show on the radio. And I would do that, or I would listen to a hockey game on the radio, or a baseball game. And now, conversely, there's some people that say they really look forward to our shows that we do.
I think I try to catch as many as I can. Sometimes I'm listening. Sometimes I don't jump in the chat because I'm setting up a stream. So I'm listening. I hit the like button, and I'll go back and listen later. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I love being on. Anytime you want me and I'm available, I'd love to be on. It's always fun.
Yeah. We got a good group of people, and everybody's in there, and we just talk about things, and it's usually pretty positive things, and we shy away from any of the controversial stuff. But I mean, we talk about, hey, what do you like for a game? What do you like to? And guys like, hey, I played this game, it was fun, or I watched this movie today, and I think it's a pretty positive show.
Quick question. On Digital Dice, the Facebook page, which is a lot of fun. Thank you for having me on there, inviting me to be part of that group. Someone posted a football game. I don't know if you saw it. Is that a quick play football game? And if so,
is that Joe Midget?
I think that's who it was. And he had stats though, and I was pretty. I left him a message on Facebook. In the.
Okay, I saw that. Yeah.
Do you know what game that is? That looked interesting.
I think it's one of the Roberto Schiavini games because I've asked him too. And what he does, he's got this alternate universe happening where he has teams.
Memphis Grizzlies, I loved it.
I think it's teams from the whatever that football league was. Was it the World League or something like that?
League. They went defunct after a season and a half.
Yeah, and I asked him about that too, and it was one of the Roberto Schiavini games, and I honestly don't remember which one it was. And what he does is, so I guess he plays a season out, I think he drops teams. If your teams don't finish high enough, they drop out, and he brings other teams up. So it's
soccer.
It's like ongoing. Yeah, so it's like so if he's playing in the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers end up at the bottom, they come out and he brings up two other teams, but he's got a couple different leagues going, and it's really fun.
Todd B says, I admit when my computer was down for a month, I missed the FOC and the streamers. We wondered where you went, Todd.
Yeah.
We thought you were in the FBI Witness Protection Bureau. We're like, what did Todd do? Why is he not here? Where are the basketball scores in the stream? We also have Sports Time Machine. Thank you for stopping by. Check out that wonderful channel. And we also have.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not. I asked him, do you know what he's using?
What?
What's your favorite quick play football game?
Fast Action. No, Mike Seelock.
2-minute drill. Yep.
How does he get this? Did he come up with a way to do the stats?
He must. Yeah.
That is pretty clever.
Yep. A 2-minute drill by Mike Seelock.
That's a fun game.
4 rolls at a day. Oh my gosh, is that game fun? I mean,
and again, we talked about it on your channel because Nurse Teresa and I Squirrel. I see cars. Wait, you want to get the chair? Sit down. I'll push over. So she's gonna sit down for a little bit with us. When I see the beauty of the cards,
yes, yeah,
and then I didn't print them up like you did, but because I don't have the nice printer and all that stuff. Sit down. And oops, bumped into that. It is absolutely fabulous.
I remember that I did a project with that game, and you were like, I really don't know about quick play games. I just don't know. It's Dave, you had fun and it looks neat and this and that. And 48 hours later, you're on your channel doing this big long stream with the 2-minute drill game, and you played like some whole thing. It was awesome.
Canadian Football League, AFL, and NFL. We had more fun with that, more controversy. People getting into heating debates in the comments. Again, it's a game, but it was fun. And I have another project I didn't finish that I should get back to. Because you start doing other things, but it's a fun game. I have to refresh my memory. I did my first project with that was offline. I was posting it in our Discord. I did the 74 Patriots who went 14 games that year. So they were 6-8.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the 74 Patriots with Plunkett. I redid it. I made the playoffs. I won. I went 8-6. I reversed 2 games. They lost down the stretch. They lost, I think it was 4 out of 5 games. 3 of them close. I was able to win 2 more, obviously, lose. And they lost in the playoffs, but it's a fairly accurate game. Again, it is a quick play game, but it's
very quick,
statistics. And very it's fun. It's a change of pace. So Nurse Teresa, you know what she was watching?
What's that?
Red Dawn, the original movie.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Yeah. And I was asking her, remember I said, hey, is Tom Cruise in that movie? And he was. We saw very young Tom Cruise.
Oh, really?
He's in the background. He's not like a main character. Who is it? Patrick Swayze, right?
Yeah, it's C. Thomas Howell.
Yeah. It was a scary movie with C. Thomas Howell. You ever see The Hitcher or The Hitchhiker with Rutger Hauer?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I don't know if you want to show this, Al.
Do I click share this? Oh, that over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is the 2-minute drill cards.
Oh yeah, they're beautiful.
And so he's got so basically what you do is you have an offense and a defense for each team, and I think if I'm not mistaken, you roll for offense,
defense, and offense. You get 2 rolls. How much did you score off their defense? And I have to refresh my memory. It's been a little while.
So I think so. If you look at the Patriots Jets, I think you would roll Patriots offense, 11-66. That would give you how many points they scored. Then you'd roll the Jets defense to see how
many points they gave up.
They gave up, and that would be the New England total. And then you do the opposite for the Jets.
It's a lot of fun.
It's fast. I did a whole season.
Yeah.
In like 3 days, I did an entire NFL season and playoffs.
And what really attracted me to this game was the beauty of the cards.
Yeah.
It's just Mike Seelock game, and it's free on Field of Dreams Replay, that site. And he has every season. Ow, I banged my elbow.
He doesn't have them all, but he has a lot.
Yeah. As the Cubs and Bears, the first step to the return to normalcy in our country is the return to chat with Al, hopefully on a regular basis going forward. Absolutely. I want to have the Cubs, the Bears on. When I first started this, you're going to laugh. So I would go on using OBS, right? And I just would talk to the chat. We talk about the White Shadow and all these wonderful shows I used to like. Sean D is here, as he says, "What's poppin'? Hope all is well." And but yeah, Roger Ward, thank you for joining us. But yeah, the Mike Seelock game is fun. The wrestling game on there is free.
Yeah,
I think it's literally called Chris's Wrestling Game.
Chris's Wrestling Dice Game, Dice Wrestling, yes.
He's got what, about 100 wrestlers? About?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And that's fun. And there's a helper if you want to use that. I haven't played that in a while, but that's a lot of fun. I just watched Dave. Man, I tell you what, things I never thought I would like. Sports Time Machine does bowling. It's absolutely marvelous.
Bowling, yeah.
Uncle Ron did skiing, the quick play Roberto Schiavini game. He said some name. Remember I told you I watched, this is poor Nurse Teresa has to put up with my 12-year-old self. I walk in, she's like trying to sleep. I just watched Uncle Ron's skiing a little while, like, what was it, a couple weeks back or whatever? And I'm like, wow, I just want, and I'm all excited to talk to her. And she's like, the names, you know what it is? The names. I'm like, I haven't heard those names in years. Yeah. It was fun just listening to the times and stuff. When you do hockey, I told him he was doing a tournament. So he posted it in the Facebook Digital to Dice, right? And I saw it, but I didn't click on it. I went to go make popcorn. I come in here, you were sleeping. I come in here to sit down to watch what I think is a YouTube video. I click on it. I'm like, oh man, this is just a picture. He did the whole thing. So I read it. I ate my popcorn, but it's a lot of fun.
I wasn't sure. Yeah, I wasn't sure what to do with that because I didn't know how long it would take. And so I just did it. And now that I know I can do it kind of quick, I have it all set up, ready to go for the champions. I'm going to take the eight finalists from 67 to 74 in the NHL and put them in a Sweet 16.
Yep.
And do that Kill the Power Play by Roberto Schiavini, a quick play game with Roberto Schiavini.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get some more of my Olympic gold medal boxing tournament up. I've done 10 bouts. It's fun. I did 4 the first time.
The first time I tuned in, okay, here we go. And I get this guy and that guy, and here's my setup, and I get this, and it's all laid up. And it took me all day to set this up, and you roll the dice, and like, it's over. And that was it. It was like, that's the end of the stream. It was like, you don't have any other matches set up just in case?
Because I didn't know how long it was going to go. I figured, and it was funny because Nurse Teresa helped me with the look. We found the boxing ring. We set it up. Then she said, let's put some color behind it. It was a lot of fun to do. And again, I credit you, Uncle Dave, with the modding of Excel spreadsheets. It's a lot of fun.
Excel is easier to use than Word. Honest to God. I thought
Roger Ward says Dave is the hockey king. Oh, I love watching Dave's. I enjoy Alan Shaw's. I enjoy a lot of stuff on YouTube, and that's not a lie. We're in the car. What am I doing?
Watching YouTube.
Watching my friends on YouTube.
I do too. I stream it. Yeah.
It's what brings me to my happy place.
I do too. I used to listen on the way home from the rink. I'd have you guys on when you did it. Roger, thank you so much. And Alan Shaw is doing great. Shout out to him. He's playing the shootout hockey, and he gave me a couple of shout outs, and I'm happy about that. He says he's using my hybrid method to play shootout hockey. And then he had his phone with the scoreboard on the phone. And I wrote in, I says, if you put the phone on airplane mode, it gets rid of the ads. because his ads on the scoreboard app. So the next time around, he did. He's like, thanks to Dave for telling me to do this. I don't have any ads on my scoreboard. Oops.
Todd B says, my wife hears Al talking all the time and asks me, who am I talking to downstairs? LOL.
Jake from State Farm.
Jake from, what are you wearing, Jake from State Farms? Khakis.
A mask.
A mask, yeah. Modern time. A mask. Keep it covered. Sound advice. Sean D says, is this your wife? No, we live in sin. We live in sin. We live in sin. It's not a bad thing. It's good. And I'll leave it at that. This is my home ec partner for life. It's better. There we go. I never thought home ec could be so much fun until now. When you meet the right home ec partner for life, you stick with them. This is the woman who brings me plastic football helmets when she went bowling. I would be like a little kid going, let's give me, well, how many helmets? She'd come home, I'd be like, where are the helmets?
Oh, that's all right. I met my wife in a bar.
In a bar?
In a bar. Yeah, we did.
Nothing wrong with that.
We were drinking. It just happened. I was playing a video game.
What game were you playing?
I saw I forget what I was. I saw her across the bar and we were making eyes at each other. And I went down to the end of the bar and there was just like one of those coin operated games.
Yep.
I don't know if it was darts or something like that. I don't remember exactly what game. They had one video game. And I went down to play it and I see her waddle down and she comes over just like this. And she's like,
good night.
I got a quarter. And I says, the game's actually 50 cents. That's the first thing I ever said to her.
That's the best pickup line.
And so I took her quarter and I gave her one of mine and we played and we hit it off and that was that.
And Todd B says, and buys you baseball cards too. She's a keeper. Absolutely. If you find someone you get along with, stick with them like glue because they ain't nothing better when you find the right person. Knock on wood. And I hope everyone does. And
when I find that person, I will stay with that person. I'm going to
tell the great joke. I don't want to ruin it, but he tells his wife, he goes, yeah, I was in the supermarket. See, I'm not going to do it right, but he says, he's only been married once. He says, I saw my first wife, meaning like, when you like, I interpret it as what you used to be like. I don't know if I just laugh. I think it's funny.
Well, I say I ran into my first wife at the supermarket.
Yeah. And she gets mad.
She doesn't get mad. Oh, sometimes it bugs her, but now she goes along with it. She's like, I ran into my first husband. That guy's a jerk.
There's yeah, it's just fun stuff. So
you want to see my wedding photo?
Yes, because there's another photo. If you have, he was in a metal band, and he wrote a song that I actually liked. So, but yeah, yes. Okay, so I have to click on this, right?
Yeah.
I like this. I'm not used to this. So here. Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah, we had our Worcester Ice Cat shirts on.
That is awesome. Who's the man in the middle? Best man?
That's my my asshole brother. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So yeah, so that was us. That was me. See how long my hair was? That's my hair in his hand. My hair was down my back. I was still in the metal band at the time.
That's a beautiful picture. I love it.
So that was us, 1996, long time ago.
1996.
Yep.
That is awesome.
Yep.
Thank you for sharing that. That is cool.
Yep. That was kind of funny.
So Sean D says, if I needed announcers, you two guys would definitely be on the team. Al brings the excitement. Dave has the cool accent. Al gets excited. So I was playing the football game today in which Uncle Dave Gardner unsubbed.
Some guys think I'm serious when I do.
I know.
I got to be careful now. I do.
You'll get the message going, that guy unsubbed you. I'm like, no, it's a joke. It's a joke.
Dude, I'm a moderator. I'm not going to unsub.
He's a moderator. Yeah, he unsubs me. He moderates. You know how much power a moderator has? Yeah, he unsubs me. I let him be a moderator. Don't worry about it. But yeah, so.
You want to see the cake? Did you see the cake that she made me?
No.
Yeah, this is what she did and she had people drive by the house and beat for the drive-by birthday.
Right, because it was his birthday, so he couldn't have.
So
there's Teresa just had her birthday, So let's look at. Oh yes, yes, this is awesome. This is awesome. Watch this. Watch this. This is great.
Yep.
She made. That's a cake.
That's yeah.
Isn't that hilarious? That is quite clever.
And my neighbor make that. My neighbor's unbelievable at this. He does that for part time. So it was yeah. My neighbor made. I had no idea. Seriously,
awesome. I was remember this. You showed it.
Yeah. I walked the dog and come home, and next thing you know, this is on the table. So it's toilet paper. Because that's the joke, the toilet paper, and then all the cupcakes are little poops.
Yeah, they're little poop.
And
Mr. Hank, the Christmas poop.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And you know what's funny? So I posted that, and someone stole that from me and put it on someone else's site that had a birthday a few days later. And they're like, "Hey, here you go, happy birthday, happy quarantine birthday." It's like, dude, it's my cake. At least I get the Digital to Dice podcast little thing up in the corner there. Some advertising.
Yep.
But yeah, so she did that. So yeah, so
you guys had a great interview with Mike.
Man,
I can't remember the guy. He runs an Action PC. He doesn't work for Action PC, but he is a creator of many golf courses in the Action PC community, and he really knows his stuff. It was really
he runs that site. That's unbelievable. So if you have an Action PC game and you need like court images, or rink images, or field images, or player images, yeah. I wasn't in Spinal Tap. At least I wasn't the drummer. So that's good.
You know, it was a fun rock and roll movie. You know, the guy from The Office, the guy who played, oh my God, Dwight, Rainn Wilson or something like that. He was in this movie where he's like in a metal band and they're going to hit it big. And the people who sign him come to him and go, "You got to get rid of your drummer." And they go, "We can't. Fish is the heart of the band." And they go, "You don't get rid of your drummer and add the producer's nephew, right? No contract." He's gone. And so they hit the big time. He goes into a melt, like everything sinks for him. They hit the big time. And then he joins his nephew's high school band.
Yep.
And it's just hilarious. It's just funny. And
I think I remember seeing it on TV the other day. He joined his nephew's band.
What the hell's her name? The girl from Zombieland.
A second chance for fame, something like that.
It's just fun. It's a fun,
yeah.
It's just a fun, goofy movie. But that's always good time. I love those kind of fun movies. How did you get into music? Let's talk about that. As Roger Horses, did you guys see the virtual Kentucky Derby today? Had all 13 Triple Crown winners. No, I forgot to watch that.
I didn't.
How was that, Roger? I got to try to catch that. Hopefully they have it on demand. I think NBC did that. I think.
Have you ever seen my guitar?
No, I saw when you showed the video clip of your band, which was fun.
Hang on, I'll show you the new one.
Oh, cool. So Dave Gardner's going to get us his new guitar. Maybe he'll play us something. That would be awesome. So Roger, what did you think of the virtual Kentucky Derby with all 13 Triple Crown?
Cool.
Oh, wow. That is awesome. When did you pick that up? That's beautiful. Cool. I forgot he can't hear us because he doesn't have the headset on. That's very cool. I'm not musically inclined, though we're putting a band together. And once we can have people over here again, we're going to have our little band. Dave Gardner has rejoined us. When did you get that, Uncle Dave?
Probably 3 or 4 years ago, and I did a review on the guitar, and it's my most watched video on my channel of everything I've ever done. Yeah, it's like
is that on your Dave Gardner channel?
Yeah, yep.
So how far back do you have to go? I've not seen that.
Oh boy, I'd have to check. But as of something caught up to it, but I think at the time that was my most watched. I still get comments on that.
You did some music stuff that was a lot of fun. You were talking about. It wasn't out. Someone had passed away, which that's not fun, but it was interesting. It was can't remember his name, but it was interesting. You had a friend on and you talked.
Holy smokes!
You got a holy smokes here.
I haven't checked this in a while.
That's good holy smoke!
Oh my gosh, I got over 5,300 views. That blows away anything I've ever done.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I could share it real quick.
Yeah, you can share that. It's yours.
Yeah.
YouTube hates me anyway. I'm sure they'll ban me for 15th time.
But yeah, that's the.
All right, so this is the video here. Check it out, people.
Yeah, so that's actually that was fat, Dave. I've lost
And
like
let's
25
go
pounds.
there and smack that like button.
Yep.
We cut off your. There we go. Well, we can't hear it though, I guess.
So yeah, so I'm just playing a
Yep.
little bit, and I did all that with the iPad, and I just talked about what I was looking for on a guitar, and this and that, and blah blah blah, but yeah, so this one here, this 2017. And I just talked about I didn't want to spend a lot of money, and this doesn't cost a lot, and it's not the top of the line.
Beautiful guitar.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Now,
so
you got the Metal Church behind you. That's the band you were supposed to go see, correct?
Yep. So there's a white one too, but I wanted the white one. They didn't have it, but I ended up getting the black. There's the white one. That's beautiful too. But I ended up getting. I said no. I think I like the black better anyway. So, but yeah. So that's yeah. So it's a Jackson JS 32T. And yeah, I got over 5,000 views on that thing.
Cool.
Imagine that.
That's awesome.
I mean, this sounded, I thought we're catching up to, but I didn't. It was at 900 not that long ago, so I don't know what the heck happened. But
someone saw it. So yeah, let's go there and smack that like button, people. How far back was that? Like if we went to your channel,
27. If you go to my channel and just search Jackson, a guitar, I think it might even be in the music playlist. I think I have a music playlist. Oh,
that's cool.
Yeah, I do. I have a music playlist with that and some of my other stuff in there.
So what's on your mind tonight, Nurse Teresa? Besides studying for school?
Finals are coming up.
Finals are coming up for Nurse Teresa. She's a bit stressed, but she always does well. She's clutch. She's a clutch performer.
Nice.
As Beardson 007 says, Sweet Jackson. And he's not talking Reginald Martinez Jackson.
You want to see something funny?
Absolutely. We love funny.
All right. This is, I made this with the iPad too. So I got to set the story. So my brother, asshole brother, we call him, he's got a house right down by the water. He bought this place and he's got a nice little yard and we have all the parties there. And he's got a shed and he's so proud of his shed. And so what we do, we go hang out in the shed. Right. And it's just this little thing at the end of his driveway and it's real creepy looking. And so I went over his house one day when he wasn't there and I made this video and I put it and it's kind of funny. So let me see if I can share this here. I'm going to even give you some sound with this one here.
Yeah. It's your video.
Yeah. It's just all right. So it's, so I don't know if you guys can see that.
I can add it now, right?
Yep. All right. So I'll maximize that.
Yep.
All right. So here's the premiere of The Shed.
The Shed.
Can you guys hear that?
Not yet. Now we can. Oh, he did it like a horror movie. This one is special. The party is over. The shed is open for business. Oh my God, is this hilarious? The Shed, coming to a theater near you. Produced and directed by Uncle Dave Gardner. Bravo.
That wasn't too bad, huh?
I loved it.
I'm pretty proud of that. That was all done with sorry about that. That was all done with the iPad. I took the iPad down, I filmed all the stuff, and then you just go into it's a movie trailer maker, an iPad, and it does everything there, but you just put in the clips and you put in the pictures, and
that was cool.
Those pictures of the coyotes that were going there, he has a rail cam set up in his yard.
At night,
those actual coyotes that were going in and out of his yard.
I had a coyote here in the backyard years ago. My mom was still alive. It was a Friday. This was, I think I've told this story before, but the Cubs, the Bears says, Al, the virtual Kentucky Derby is on YouTube, only a couple of minutes long, worth watching. Excellent. I will check that out. Thank you, the Cubs, the Bears. That's
what we're going to be going to bed tonight with.
Yes. Yes.
I can see it.
Look, let's watch the Kentucky Derby, honey. And I will be watching it. But I wake up. It's a Friday morning. I'm getting ready to go to work. I always look out the back if I had thrown some food out for the birds or the squirrels and stuff the night before. And there's a large dog-looking creature in my backyard. Now, where I live, there's a park called Forest Park, not far from here, and they have coyotes, and you can hear them at night.
Yep.
And the deer population is regrown. Is that the right word?
Repopulated, yeah.
Yeah. And so more coyotes. So I'm out back. I'm like, what the heck is? I'm like, that's a big fox, because I've seen foxes before, and I'm like, that's not a fox. I see this bushy tail. I went to my computer and I type in coyotes in Forest Park, and lo and behold, I had a coyote. And before I shut the door, I went, "Hey, you," because I wanted to see if it was going to come towards me or away from me. Because if it comes towards me, I said, I'm going to call animal control and say, "Hey, there's," He looked at me, winked his eye, jumped over the 4-foot fence like nothing, just went on. Now I'm like, wow, I had a coyote. And that it's not wild-y coyote. It's not a scrawny thing. It was eating well.
Yeah.
It was a muscular, medium-sized looking dog.
Yeah, we had a pack of 3 living in here about 4 years ago, and they were German Shepherds. And I have the woods come right up against my fence on one side of my house.
Hideous noise at night.
Oh my gosh, it's like and it's like in the middle of the night, it's all you hear. And my dogs are going nuts. And one night I come home from hockey, and it was probably about 11:15, and I put everything in the garage, and I come out of the car, and I go to walk to the front door, and I heard ow, and it was so clear and so close. It was right around the other side of the house of me, and it scared the crap. And I ran in the house. My truck was open, the garage is open, and the dogs are up. Yeah, and the wife's like, "Oh, I think he went into the woods. I watched him." And it's like, "Oh, you heard that?" It's like, she said, "Yeah, it was right outside the bedroom window. I heard it." And I was just like, "Man, it was the creepiest thing."
Yeah,
so
they make the hideous noise.
I'm tiptoeing around, so I went. I just closed the truck and went inside. I was like, I'll take the rest of the stuff in the morning. But I was just like, it was Hollywood. It was a Hollywood coyote, and he might have been 50 feet away. And I don't know. He was around the other side of my house. I couldn't see because it was dark.
And they're not. The one I saw is not a scrawny animal.
No, they're not.
Coyote.
And what scares me is in the mornings I would get up and see, like if it was snowing out, the footprints come out of the woods and go right by my front door, and I'm like, if the only way for them to go is they go into the neighborhood. There's no more woods. All the woods is over here. And so when they walk in front of my house, they're just going to my neighbor's yard. In fact, they take dumps in my driveway. And I'm like, dude, go back in the woods. For you. Stop going in the woods. Now it's like when I come home at night, I'm like looking all over the place. And sometimes I would drive my car between my neighbor's house and my house to see if he was there.
Yeah.
And then I would back out and park in the driveway. But I ain't taking no chances.
No, you can't. Don't underestimate them.
They walk down my street. I've seen them walking down my street. And I'm not in the country.
No. A few years back, there was a bear in the neighborhood, right? So the police get called in. It made the news. It was hilarious. And they literally cordoned off the street because they're trying to find the bear. They're waiting for animal control to target.
You got a picnic basket?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yogi Bear. Hey, Yogi, you can't do that to the ranger. Hey, Boo-Boo, shut the hell up.
Let's go, Boo-Boo.
We're going to kill the ranger, Boo-Boo, and get that basket. So the bear, right? You see it on the news later. They're looking. They have the street cordoned off. The bear comes. They literally had a blockade. The bear comes out of nowhere. Who the hell knows where it was hiding? So where we live, we're on the edge of Massachusetts and Connecticut. And there's like some woods. The bear beats the blockade. It's hilarious. I mean, they can run fast. He was like a medium-sized brown bear. He gets to the edge of the woods. It's hilarious. He looks back and goes, and then goes in the woods. It was the funniest thing. And they never got the bear.
Oh, at least he went back in the woods. So just let him go.
Yeah, I know, but
we used to go up to Maine. There was a place in Maine we went to. It was way up there. It was like 5-6 hours up in Maine. And my buddy's like, we got to get down to the dump. I go, what do you mean get down to the dump? Because we watched the bears at the dump. And we went there, and the place was packed. It was like a drive-in movie full of cars.
And the bears are like,
and the bears would come out of the woods and go into the part of the dump with all the trash and pick through the trash. And people would just stand there like this, looking at the bears. And these bears were big bears. And so we were in my van, right? So I was like 19, 20. We're in my van. So we come out of the van and we're sitting there and we're watching the bears do their thing. We're taking pictures and we're talking to people, right? And so we get down. We all get back in the van. I'm like, did anybody happen to look in the back to see if a bear crawled in here with us? I pictured the Three Stooges when they got the car. The bear was in there with them. And that's all I can picture.
Breathing on my neck.
And I'm like, just turn. Yeah, it's really something.
Breathing on my neck.
And I was like, please, someone just check in the back of the van to see if there's a bear in there. You know,
it's a funny video, but it's not a funny video. There's a guy feeding a bear with bread, right? And he keeps tossing the bread, tossing the bread, tossing the bread. He runs out of bread. The bear looks at him and goes, well, hors d'oeuvres are over.
Ooh.
And he killed, it was one animal's attack.
Yeah.
But again, don't feed the bears, people.
No. There was people with their kids there. And they said that the bear swiped at somebody. And, I don't know if it took their arm off. It really hurt the arm just with a swing,
Animals.
Yeah, they're big and their claws are like, they're like this. Their claws are like this pen.
Yeah.
They're huge. So my buddies got close. I was backed up. I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna drink my beer over here. Thank you very much. And,
you can go on like when people are on safari, and there's one where the baboon set up the car pretty good. The car stops to feed the people. The baboon actually gets in the car, robs the food. I was like, you people that you left your doors unlocked. Are you morons?
Clever girl.
Yep, clever girl. Clever. But yeah, you don't mess with wild animals.
No.
I like squirrels and birds. That's my level of having friends for the wild animals. And we have Dave Little, the wrestling guru.
Way to go, Dave.
Hello, friends. Check out that one.
He was the one that was doing the wrestling.
I was listening to wrestling in the car. We went, my Nurse Teresa's good. She takes me for drives. Let me get fresh air every day. I get to stick my head out the window. Yeah, exactly. She has stopped me from peeing on fire hydrants, though.
And when you're good in the car, what do I get you?
You give me a candy bar. I got a candy bar. I am 50 going on 12.
She went shopping. She brought home something I hadn't had in years. My favorite candy bar as a kid.
Oh, let me guess. As a kid.
It was long.
Charleston Chew.
Yes.
What
she brought it.
Strawberry?
No, just the vanilla.
Right?
Yep. She brought one home, so I cut off a little piece and
Chews were so. Do you remember what the hell?
You get chopped forever.
What the hell are those called?
I still got it. Oh, the dots?
No. Caramel on a stick. I remember the dots. I ate a lot of paper with the dots.
Oh yeah. What was the bullseye? The bullseye. The caramel with the cream in the middle. The bullseyes.
Oh.
No, those are Rolos.
No, not Rolos.
Not Rolos.
They come in like an 8-pack on a flat thing. They were 2, and they were caramel, brown caramel, and in the middle it was the white cream. I
don't remember those. This was, I think it was called Big Daddy. It was basically a stick with caramel, and that thing would stick to the top of your mouth. I'm like, Dave Gardner. Oh, I love caramel.
Okay, all right.
Dave's gonna. That's Dave Little. I'm sorry, Dave Gardner. He's gonna find it. He's good at this stuff.
This is it right here. I'll share it with you. So, yeah, this is it right there. The bullseyes.
Let's see if I see. Oh yes.
Oh,
are they great?
Those are good. Those are good.
Yep. So those that I like too. I haven't had those in years.
Try to find. I think they're called Big Daddies or something. They're caramel on a stick.
Oh yeah. Big Daddy candy, right?
Yeah, I think they used to stick to the top of your root. That's it. Was it
Sugar
Daddies? Those were good.
Oh, I couldn't stand those. Yeah, those. Those were the.
They would rip your teeth out.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Then what was you remember the bubblegum cigars?
No.
Oh, those were good. They were like blue, green, and pink. They were bubblegum cigars. And you had the candy
Candy cigarettes.
Candy cigarettes. Gee, they're not trying to get you to smoke, are they? I remember Big League Chew. That was pretty decent gum.
I like that. I was the Charleston Chew guy and the Bullseye guy.
When I was a kid, I liked Three Musketeers, but I can't eat them now. They're too sweet. I'm a Snickers guy.
You know what I used to do with Three Musketeers? Is you get the candy bar, and I would gnaw the chocolate off, go down as far as I could, and then just leave just all the nougat, and you'd have this whole bar just of nougat, and you're just
and someone come by and like, I'm going to eat that. I wouldn't. Uncle Dave just licked it right off.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I did. You just nibble the chocolate off, and then you have the nougat. Oh yeah.
Dave Little says, "Oh, I love those, Dave. I would eat those like crazy." Dots. We had like, what was that called? A 5 and dime or penny candy store. Yeah. It was like a gift store because you could go in and buy like toy, like little army men and stuff like that. If you went in there with $2, you came out with a lot of stuff. That's all I remembered, right? And we bought the dots, which were on the piece of paper, which as a kid, you ate more paper than candy most of the time.
Pepsi sticks or
yes.
Pepsi sticks. Oh, you just pour the sugar in your mouth.
Pure sugar.
Ooh.
Ooh,
I'm still shaking.
That was kids' amphetamine.
Yeah, take 2 of these and go to sleep. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no. Then they had the wax bottles.
Oh yeah.
With liquid.
Oh, those are terrible.
They were horrible, but you get them and then like you're like, oh, I wasted 5 cents on 6 of these or whatever it was, and you're like, then the wax lips, you chew the crap out of those. Had taste exactly. Then they had Chinese bubble gum, which absolutely tasted fabulous for exactly 1.25 seconds. What about Zag Nuts? Ooh, I remember that sounds familiar. Remember Zag Nuts, honey?
Oh, fine. I remember that. It was in the movie, right? That was in the Eddie Murphy movie.
All right, we're gonna find Zag Nuts here for Roger Ward. Then we'll get to Sean Shiflett's.
I got a Zag Nut right here. Let me share it with you.
That's what Bob Kraft said. I got a Zag Nut for you. Oh, we got to click on that. Let me get rid of the comment.
What was it? 48 hours when Nick Nolte got Eddie Murphy out of jail. And he's like, I'm not going anywhere until I get dinner. And he goes to the vending machine. He gives him a Zag. Here you go. Here's your goddamn dinner.
I don't think I've ever had one of those.
I don't think I've ever.
I don't know if I have either.
Okay, crunchy peanut butter, toasted coconut. I might try that. You know what I don't like, or I can only have the small ones? Butterfingers. They're very sweet.
Yeah. I like them, but it's like you have one bite and that's plenty.
Yeah, I'm good. That's good. So that's a Zag Nut. I don't think I've never had that. Have you had that, Teresa?
I've never had.
No. I think I haven't had either.
So that Roger Ward. That was Roger Ward. Did you like it, Roger?
They must be pretty good. Cracker Jacks were good too. We get the little prize. Oh, I love Cracker Jacks.
I like the prize. I didn't care for caramel popcorn.
It was okay.
Sean,
Kit Kat. I get Kit Kats once in a while too.
I like Kit Kats. Big fan of Kit Kats. Does anyone remember Big League Plug? That just doesn't sound right, does it? That sounds never mind. That sounds like something else. But
I'm not Googling that.
No, don't. You're sitting there going, "Oh my God, is that a gerbil up for years?" It came out shortly after Big League Chew came out. They were these chocolate brownie squares.
You can't chew it, plug it, right?
Wow, the visual there just. No, I don't recall that, but thank you, Sean. That brought a good laugh. No, I don't remember that. I used to they had the Little Debbie's brownies. They were like sickeningly sweet. Things I could eat as a kid that would make my teeth melt now. I could have a cup of coffee with 4 pounds of sugar and some milk and eat chocolate Pop-Tarts like it was no tomorrow. Years ago, I probably turned 35. I was babysitting my nephew. He slept over, right?
Yep.
I go, let's go what do you want for breakfast? And he was a picky eater, Nicholas at the time. He didn't want, I had eggs, bacon, everything. He didn't want anything. Okay, well, come on, we're going to go to the supermarket. I get him whatever he wants, right? And I'm looking at it. My God, I want Pop-Tarts. So I have it. I come home, set up the same thing. I took a bite out of chocolate Pop-Tarts with the frosting.
Oh, too much.
I was like, oh,
I'm the same way. Yeah. Sugar. When I have sugary stuff now, it's like, wow, that is way too much.
Roger Word says those Zag Nuts are amazing. Hard to find now. Clark bars were sweet.
They were good. I like the Clark
I
bars.
remember Clark bars.
Yep.
Red Wrapper, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
He's on the search for Clark bars now.
Yep, yeah, exactly right with that. Clark bars.
Red Wrappers. I'm trying to think what's in them. You know what I used to like that suck now? They taste horrible. $100,000 bars. They were so freaking.
Yeah, they were good. Yeah, I like them. Real milk chocolate, real peanut butter.
These are pretty good. Clark
almost
bars.
like a whatchamacallit.
Oh, I love whatchamacallits.
Yeah.
That's a good candy bar.
You know what's funny? The other day I watched on YouTube, it was the rise and fall of TV dinners.
They were big in the 50s.
It was, and it talked about how they came into being was that there was one company, a big turkey company. I can't remember the name of it now, and they had all these turkeys left over, and so they put them on a refrigerated train, and they had to send them from like Detroit to Chicago or something like that, because moving on the train would power the train to keep the turkeys cold. And they had all these turkeys. They didn't know what to do with. So someone at the sales meeting came up with the idea of freezing them and making a meal. And so they started to freeze these little dinners, and then they started adding the vegetables and this and that, and they call them TV dinners, so people could sit in front of the TV with their family. Yeah. And just watching this thing, it went on and on and on until they realized that maybe not everybody's sitting in front of the TV. So they just called it, like frozen dinners. And so it was an interesting take on the TV dinner and how they added desserts to it, and how they, and how, the ups and downs of TV dinners and frozen dinners.
That History Channel used to do a lot of stuff like that. The history of pizza, the history of that's really cool. You saw that on YouTube. Roger Ward has bought 3 of the Zagnut bars at Food City, only place in a 100-mile radius of me that has them.
That's dedication.
That is. Archie Charles. Still like Mallow cups. Didn't we talk Mallow cups? Marshmallow in chocolate. They I know what these are. We had them.
Oh yeah.
Remember I got them for Sean, my brother-in-law? Mallow cups. We're gonna find these. Thank you for joining us, Archie Charles. Hope all is well. Yeah, I think it's marshmallow. They look like a Reese's cup, but it's marshmallow, I think. And Dave's found it because he's incredible. Yep, Mallow cups. I think it's marshmallow.
Whipped cream center.
Okay, whipped cream center. I knew it's something, but they're gluten-free. It's something my brother-in-law can eat. Oh, and we actually had these at work.
Oh, they get dark ones too, but I wouldn't get anywhere near them. Sorry. Just wouldn't.
Are you a Sour Patch kind of guy?
No.
No, me neither. You know who is?
Me.
Really?
I don't like the whole sweet bitter thing. Just give me sweet, not too sweet.
Yeah, a little bit sweet, yeah.
So Mallow cups, that's a good one. What was another candy I used to like eating as a kid? Oh, we used to have the ice cream truck, not candy. And before everyone laughs, it was called the Ding Dong truck because it went ding dong down the street. We called it the Ding Dong truck.
Al, would you like to come in the back here and pick out your ice cream? No, it's way at the bottom. You might want to really get in there good. And it's way at the bottom.
Here for the
Keep looking.
It was called the Ding Dong truck. Nothing bad. It was just called that. But they had the cannonballs with sugar. It was like I used to love the cannonballs with that crappy round bubble gum at the bottom.
At the bottom, yeah.
Oh, I loved it. Yeah, I lived for that truck to come by in the summer. Yep. And they had orange sherbet.
The push-ups were good.
Yep.
I had the eclairs.
Eclairs.
Was it called the
strawberry shortcakes?
Was it the rocket that had the different colors?
Then they had here's the best one. You'd always have that kid. Everyone always seemed to have popsicles at their house, right? There'd be the one kid who had a ton of popsicles, and what would he buy? A popsicle. I'm like, Steve, your mother and father always give up some kind of ice cream, popsicles, desserts. I know you have this popsicle. Your mother and father give you some money. Why would you buy the same popsicle that you could get for free at your house?
What was the one? Is it
red, white, and blue? The rocket.
Buddy, that you would get it and peel the paper around. It had like the nuts around the edge of it.
That was an ice cream cone with nuts, right?
Yeah, but you would peel the paper and like the outer edges with the nuts formed in like a thing there.
That was cool. Andrew, clicked on the wrong one. Sorry. Andrew, Tabletop Gaming Channel. Check that channel out.
Oh.
Used to pour pixie sticks over grape snow.
Ooh.
Ooh, that sounds delightful. I've never done that. Ice. Remember, what the hell was that little toy thing? And you'd make your own Italian ice. Oh, Dave's come up with something. We'll get to the some good comments in the chat. So, oh, that's like the ding dong truck.
Ice cream truck, yeah. I don't know if I can call that up if that goes anywhere.
Snow cones. I remember those. Snow cones. We never had any. Okay, I remember those right there. The ice cream.
Yeah, so you got the little rocket over here on the left.
Yeah, the rocket I remember. I don't remember this stuff. We didn't have
it was okay. You see the second row, second across? That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Remember those?
Yeah.
I'm talking at the bottom. They have really nice sundaes. We never had any crap like that.
You remember the third row, the faces there? The Beast Boy and Pop. They were different when we were kids. Oh man, I remember those.
They were different faces though.
Yeah, yeah.
But
we had Tweety Bird.
Yep. No, those I remember. I remember those.
Oh, here we go. The Superstar was called, not the Rocket, the Superstar.
Oh, there's the Cannonball.
Oh, I love the
snow cone.
Italian ice. This is a better one. Okay, I always called it the Rocket. That's what I
see. The chocolate here used to have the hard chocolate in the middle. Those are the ones I liked.
You can't find those anymore.
No, and then they started making it
with the crumbly stuff. Strawberry shortcakes, OTDA. Those strawberry shortcakes were my favorite, 1,000% Al. Those were great. And we have Bauer Power. Sorry, I can't pronounce it right.
Bauer Power Canada.
Oh, 100 great chocolate bars. You Yanks never heard of it. Lay us the knowledge down, my friend.
Send it down from the Great White North.
Yes, lay the knowledge down. Cousin to the Mackenzie brothers. Drumsticks. Yes, that was the cone right there. Those were drumsticks.
There's a blurry there. They had the vintage one that was cool.
Bomb Pop. Bomb Pop. Which one was that one?
No. Pop Rocks.
Pop Rocks. Yeah, they killed Mikey. Remember the
hey, fire. This one's called the Firecracker. We're getting closer.
Where's the Firecracker?
Right there.
We called it a rocket, but yeah, that's closer. That's what we called it. Snow cones, chocolate chip sandwich, chocolate eclair, push-up pop. Oh, you were talking about the push-up pop, Dave.
Yeah. Was that the guy that
he
got the ice cream from?
Yeah, he's in jail now. So.
Oh, here's the good humor stuff. Push-up fudge bars. I can't read the one at the top. I can't read if that's a rocket or not. Fudge bomb.
That just doesn't sound right either. Fudge bomb.
Yeah, fudge bars, kids bars, the big sticks, the push-ups. There you go.
They also had like the Dixie cup, the Hoodsy cup things they'd give you.
Plain old ice cream sandwiches. Love those.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were good.
You know, they never made it'd be cool, a strawberry ice cream sandwich.
Really, you like the strawberry stuff. I don't do
the strawberry fan.
I'm a chocolate guy. Chocolate vanilla all the way.
You know what I've done? I got black raspberry. I was gonna get chocolate sprinkles. And Nurse Teresa's like, just get the mini chocolate, the Hershey's chocolate chips. I'm like addicted.
The minis.
It's awesome. I made my own chocolate chip ice cream.
All right, nice. Did you ever try banana flavored coffee?
No, but I've heard about it. I don't want banana flavored coffee.
You don't want banana flavored coffee.
That just don't sound right.
Candy cigarettes. That's a good one.
Yeah, we were talking about that. They were
Pall Malls and L&M's and
puffed on them. The little sprinkle, the
sugar.
It looked like there was smoke coming out.
Everyone wanted to be cool and smoke.
I don't think
they
don't sell those anymore, do they?
No. Politically incorrect. And that's what we're all about, being politically correct.
That's too bad.
Exactly. You know what? Everyone grew up all right, pretending to smoke fake cigarettes, and I'm not condoning smoking. Don't do it, people. Pretending to smoke fake cigars, taking pixie sticks and doing God knows what with those things. And we just enjoyed, Phantomatic says, I was a bomb pop where I lived. I'm old enough to remember candy cigarettes and piece of candy attached to paper. The dots. That's what we were talking about, the dots.
That's the dots.
Mr. Big Coffee Crisp. I've heard of Aero bars.
Oh, I love Smarties.
Smarties, Crunchy. My other YouTube persona is this is King Icky Boo.
That's Icky Boo?
This is King Icky Boo.
Oh, no, that's awesome.
He has the best live from the bunker. I can't even do the name. From Chichawakak or whatever he says. I just laugh. I
love that guy. Love that guy.
You got to check out that channel.
From the underground bunker. It's King Icky Boo.
A lot of fun. Candy cigarettes called Popeyes in Canada, and I had a picture of Popeye on my package. How cool is that?
I don't know anybody has a picture of Popeye on their package. Just saying.
We all played Dave Little. We all played finger guns, and nobody died. No
you get kicked out of school for that if you do this and you point at somebody. I don't care if you're 5 years old. See ya. Your life's ruined. You'll never be president.
You can have possibly sexual intercourse with an intern in the White House, but you can't do this as a 5-year-old.
Right.
Here it is. I love when he says this. Tuck from the bunker, deep in the secret lair. He is funny. I had him on the show, and we got to get him, but he is hilarious. And I remember we had him on, and before he comes on, we're like, no, we'll keep it, we'll tone it down. He goes, you can talk about anything. I don't care. He has a great sense of humor. He's doing a all-time Cubs tournament using Stratomatic, and he's absolutely awesome. Great YouTube channel, King Icky Boo. Roger Ward, how about the circus peanuts? Oh, yeah. Do you remember? You can still buy them, Andy Caps. They're actually quite tasty.
Oh, the fries.
Yes. Hot ones, which were, as a kid, I didn't like really hot stuff, but I would eat them. My eyes would be watered.
They were called pub fries, right?
Yeah. Andy Caps. Remember we talked about the cartoon? Remember his wife used to always get into fist fights?
Hey, pet.
You remember Andy Cap cartoons? No. So they have Andy Cap. They came up with a junk food.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I never cared for them. Never cared for them.
Fries, potato fries, and then they have these cheese garlic ones are pretty good. You get sick if you eat too many of them. I can vouch for that.
Yeah, 2 of them.
Circus peanuts were pretty good. You ever been to the circus? It smells like elephant poop.
Yeah. I've been to the
circus. My eyes would be watering as a kid. And clowns are scary.
Now they're trying to get rid of circus and zoos to save the animals, which I don't know. Part of me gets it. But the animals need to be free, but at the same time, I would never have seen an elephant or a camel or a sheep or anything like that if it wasn't for zoos and circuses. I just wouldn't never seen one.
I mean, if they treat them well,
yeah.
I'm happy. If they don't, I get really mad. I mean, like with the whales, the killer whales, I never understood why they had them in captivity. They were not happy. I watched that documentary. They're not happy. Let them go.
No, they're not. Yeah.
Not that any animals can be happy, but, there was Morganetta at the Forest Park Zoo many years ago. And she was the last of the animals at the Forest Park Zoo because they just ran out of money. You could go there for free. And when the money ran, and they had it forever, it just, times went bad in the early mid-'80s. And they didn't know, they sold off the animals, right? And Morganetta was the last animal to go. And that was one of the happiest, huge. An elephant is a big creature. Mm-hmm. They used to walk it around Forest Park for its exercise 2-3 times a day. You could walk right up to it and pet it. It could kill anybody if it wanted.
Yeah.
Love the 2 handlers. They had raised it for the longest. No, that's mom and dad to Morganetta, right? You could walk up and pet it. And again, it smelled a bit. It's an elephant. But the most pleasant creature she was. And someone said so that was the last animal to go from the zoo. They kept it and they just we can't afford it anymore. And they let it go to the San Diego Zoo, which is a beautiful zoo. And the guy said, the handler said, again, they handled her. And again, I'm not saying they're just guys who work for the parks department, but they handled the animals. That was not that was their specialty, but they handled especially Morgan. And they had talked to San Diego, I guess, were saying, oh, she'll be happy. And another guy says, elephants are funny. If they like where they are, they don't care. They want to stay there. I think 3 months later, she died. And they said they broke the news on the local channel. And they said, it was sad when you're a kid, you find out she died alone. She wanted to go home. That's not home. She didn't care how hot it was. She was used to where she was. And she loved walking around.
Mm-hmm.
One time they had a gorilla. Oh, God, was it a big chimpanzee that broke loose? This was when I was a real little kid. I lived on the street was the back end of the zoo. I went there every day, and this was a little before my time when I could actually go outside. Like I was real little, but I remember the cops had to shoot it because it got a little too rambunctious as it escaped the zoo.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
They had a polar bear that they had to shoot in the eye because some stupid teenage girl. Okay, as a kid, we loved watching the polar bear. We knew it said, so there's 2 fences, right, Dave? Actually 3. The first fence says, do not pass this.
Yeah.
Do not feed the animal, right? You go over that, there's a second fence before the big cage. Do not pass this fence, go back. And then there's the cage. Well, this girl wanted to pet the polar bear. The bear grabbed her. Now, at the park, at the zoo at Forest Park, they had a police station, an auxiliary police station that at all times had 2 police officers in the park and 1 in the station. They could arrest you. They had a holding. My dad was friends with most of those cops, right? And they would show me the holding cell, right?
Mm-hmm.
The cop, lucky that where the polar bear, who was called Snowball, where that location was, the auxiliary police station was there. And there's always a police officer in there with 2 patrolling at the time when I was young, right? The cop comes running out because he can hear the screams. And he shot the polar bear. That's what saved the girl's life. Didn't kill it. He shot to kill the bear because, and they tried to give him some, again, in different times, but they even tried to give him some flack. And I remember reading in the paper, my dad reading the paper going, what do you want the cop to do? The bear has the girl. Yeah. But the bear survived. They didn't put it down because they knew it was a stupid girl's fault. She got mauled pretty good, but she survived too. Why would you go past? That's like you see people jumping in to like be with the gorillas and stuff or swim with the polar bear.
They see these movies of how people get along with animals and they love them and it's all feel good and stuff. These are wild animals and they're unpredictable. Like, we get the coyotes here and the wife's like, oh, I go up and I'll pat them. It's like, no.
Thank you, Roger. Thank you for joining us. Clinton Parks, happy Sunday morning. Happy Sunday morning to you, too. We'll go a little bit longer. We're having fun.
We'll do a little bit longer.
A little bit longer. Nurse Teresa's like,
I'm going to bed.
She's going to go to bed. You going to go to bed now?
I'm going to go to bed now.
The show's still going.
I know.
Okay.
Shut the bedroom door.
Shut the bedroom door. I'll be there.
I won't hear you.
I won't. Oh man, give the death stare.
I can't do it. It was just.
I was doing boxing. I couldn't sleep. It was like 1 a.m. I was like, oh my God. And I was like,
oh no, you were so loud.
I was so loud. And I could hear the footsteps coming. I went, oh.
I opened up the door. I just looked at him.
And then you just like kind of
go. Know. You've been getting better late at night though, because I like to listen. If I go to bed and you do a game at night, I like to listen when I go to sleep. And you're getting better because you used to be the screamer at night. And it's like, okay, I can't listen to Al after midnight because I'm toning down, I'm winding down. But you're getting better now with the late night stuff. You're getting into the more like the smooth jazz. It's like settling in tonight. Yeah, this is whoever I am here. Bedtime magic.
Bedtime magic.
And so you're getting better with the late night stuff, so I can listen to it now. That's good.
Thank you, Clinton. And then our friend, a.k.a. King Icky Boo. Al lives on 3 hours of sleep at night, I'm guessing. Is that true, honey?
Yeah, that's true. By the time you go to bed. Yeah. I'm out of the house by 6.
Oh, cheapest.
Yeah, because she goes to work early on top of school, right?
When I'm working, there's 2 days a week. 2 days a week, I have to be up and out of here to go to the rink at 6 or 5.
Yeah,
I mean,
morning hockey. Then I have the greatest
2 morning leagues. Yes, I'm in bed at like 7.
He films the championship games, right? I think it was 2 years ago, and I've watched since I've known Dave. He's on the boards filming, and then he uploads them. So I'm watching, and a guy shoots the puck at him, and Dave just started that again. You didn't get hurt, so it's funny.
I was pissed. I was pissed. I was like, no,
that did it on purpose. I think. I don't know, but yeah, that's a good stuff. He's doing play-by-play, leaning over the glass with the camera, which is incredible. Nurse Teresa is not a slacker.
No.
Here's one of the games I did. If you like, I'll play a minute of it. Oh, I don't know if I shared the sound or not.
So he's filming.
Oh, shit. Wait, hang on. So let me share it with sound.
Yeah.
So you can hear me.
Pretty cool.
It's kind of noisy, by the way. It is kind of noisy.
That's all right.
Because the rink's really loud. But yeah, this is me hanging over the edge.
So he's hanging over the edge, doing play-by-play, holding a camera. And does great play-by-play. This is his league. They run.
Surrett now rolling puck to Eisman, trying to get there ahead of Armand. That's danger corner over there. Bad things happen in that corner on Championship Friday. Set it up on the side, nobody home. Picked up by Russell Steves. Waiting for people to clear the zone. Steves with it now. Steves gonna play it in deep. Picked up by Armand. Armand with the puck. Plays it up on the side to Kramer.
These are his leagues he runs.
See how close I am?
Yeah. He's leaning over. Oh, save.
And he couldn't get it. Kramer in the corner.
I'll see if I can find a goal. I think there was some goals.
Filming this and doing play-by-play. And these are, remember, hockeytournaments.com for all your hockey needs when we go back to freedom.
Shot saved by Fuji. Fuji playing the percentages, went down and had that puck.
Designs all the shirts.
Cutting in. Off his stick goes it on Fuji. He's poked around.
Nice save. Oh, he punched it in.
It took a hop in front. They converged on the net. And Thompson, with his second of the game, ties this one with 2.5 to play.
There's another goal here at the end. Oh, yeah, under a minute to go. Championship game.
He's going to find him with a nice pass.
Is this when they scored at the end?
I think so. I don't know if it was overtime or regulation.
He's bumped by Long on the side.
Because it's on a Friday.
Oh,
he tapped it. Oh,
26 seconds left.
Great call, Dave. Dude, that was
play. Navy couldn't get it out of the zone. Martial with a play over.
How many leagues do you run?
So they moved it around. I don't know who actually scored that. What number?
that was awesome. Thanks for sharing. How many leagues do you run? You got the ice hockey and the roller hockey, correct?
Yeah, that does have 2, but the roller hockey's twice a week, and the ice hockey is once a week. And then I fill in helping other guys do leagues.
So Archie Charles has a question. I have a question for you guys. I love the digital dice games and the depth and the sophistication of the Sims, but when are the videos and graphics going to achieve video game quality? I want both.
They won't. They're not designed for that. They're 2 different things.
Yeah.
Good
answer.
Somebody like myself, I'm not looking for that quality when I play cards and dice or simulation games. I mean, what I like to see, what's that football game that looks like Tecmo Bowl that you've been playing?
Pro strategy football.
Yeah, what I like to see action PC football look a little bit more like that, but at the same time, I like the simplicity of the X's and O's of action PC, and I'm used to that.
Yeah. The animation has been much more smoother. It's a good question. Nurse Teresa is going to bid her adieu, so I will kiss her goodnight. Or good morning.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. That means Al has to be really quiet.
No, I'm going to shut the bedroom door.
She's going to shut the bedroom door, so it's
muffles out the sound.
Party on.
It is party on.
She tells me when it's okay to do boxing games. No one watches really my boxing videos, but it's like my favorite thing to do because I get into it. I'm screaming, I'm yelling. But anyway. I'm
going to be up till midnight tonight. You could.
Yes, it's okay.
Play boxing.
So I don't know if I'd want to have those kind of graphics.
I know what I'd like to see back in the. I kind of would like to see something like that with Action PC, where they give you an option for that. Another option, even if they charge a little more, like they upgraded where you can either have the squares, and the animation has gotten much better, more smoother.
I just don't think you could do that because it would. I mean, how would you do? I mean, you couldn't do that maybe in football, because if you call the play and you call the defense and the computer decides what's going to happen on the play, maybe you could tell everybody what to do. But with hockey and basketball, you couldn't do that because everything's on the fly. There's no way to do that.
What they would do, I would think, without being a programmer, instead of using a square as the player emblem piece, whatever you want to call it,
Mm-hmm.
they would use a little player. But again, you're right. That's not when you're playing action PC. It's a good question, Archie. I don't think they'll ever get the closest thing is Pro Strategy Football, which is a different way of playing. It is a sim game. It has Tecmo Bowl sort of graphics. I mean, I don't think they're ever going to get the graphics like MLB The Show or Madden. And I don't want that. I'm with Uncle Dave. When I play those games, I'm playing for the sim. I don't play the other games anymore. I'm just not quick enough with my.
There is one kind of in between, and it's that right there.
Head coach.
Okay, there's a head coach for the PS2 and a head coach. This is the newer one for the Xbox 360, newer. But I mean, and so you're the coach. So it looks like Madden.
Yeah, and you're just calling the plays.
You're calling the plays. So if you want to just coach, this is it, and you don't play the game. But it's I don't know how it would. It's not really a cards and dice game. It says you just call the plays.
The thing with Madden,
that's the middle ground. So you can have the good graphics and call the plays and not have to play it. So that's why I got that.
We've talked about this before. When I'm playing action PC, it's scratching a certain itch at that point in time. When I'm playing cards and dice, it's because I want to play cards and dice. If I'm playing Strat on the PC, I want to play sort of cards and dice, but I don't want to set it up.
Right.
And that's the difference with it. I don't know. When I want what Archie Charles has, I'll put it back up. I play Pro Strategy Football. You know, we brought out the Atari, Dave and I. I did the ball, and that was a fun stream he did.
Do you know who else picked up Atari today?
Was it Uncle Ron?
Ron.
Fictitious Ron? No.
We'll just call him Ron.
Ron. Oh, yeah. The bowling game is so addictive. I'm going to do a little boxing. It's you look at those graphics and you laugh because they're horrible. But the bowling game is fun. Now, Dave went through some games that were
tennis was good. The tennis was good.
Tennis was good. I'm going to play that. That was fun to watch. What was your thing? If they got close, they hit it, right?
Yeah, there was an option to have auto hit. Yeah. And I just left that on. So as long as your guy got close, it would whack it, you know.
Our good friend, aka King Icky Boo, Dave got his broadcasting methods from the Soviet announcer in 1972, who hung over the boards as well. Yeah, that's daring.
Maybe I do. My hockey broadcast is definitely heavily 70s influenced.
I was watching on YouTube. I think we were talking about it's a slower paced game in the 70s because you just watch it. But I liked it, and I can watch playoff hockey. I'm not anywhere a hockey guru.
I like what they've done, how they've opened up the game. I like the modern hockey for that,
right.
But it's so fast.
Yep.
And you go back and the guys could skate in the 70s. They weren't bad skaters, but it's nothing like today. No, it's almost too fast.
Do you think some of that's because they didn't wear helmets?
I think it's the equipment. I think it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I mean, back then, a lot of them had summer jobs, and they would show up at training camp to get in shape. These guys here now are just this is their full-time job, and the equipment is unbelievable. Like on Nesson today, they were playing college hockey 1985 championship game, and it was Providence. They had the Cooperalls. Yep. It's like the long sweatpants for hockey fans. And one of it's 1985. One of the linesmen had the old skates, the old metal blade skates, rather than the newer style. And these guys were skating. It was choppy. It was a choppy game. The goalie equipment was bad. They didn't have matching gloves or anything. It was kind of weird. Chris Terreri was the goalie for Providence in that game. Remember Chris Terreri from the
Devils, right?
Yeah. Yep. So
the Devils revolutionized hockey in many a way, because they decided after they won those Stanley Cups playing real ugly that they're going to open up that two-line pass, because they used to bottle everything up at the center ice. They played that style, and you weren't getting by.
I have a game I'm going to be playing on shootout hockey, and it was the Oilers? Let's see, where is it here? Oilers and Devils. 1983-84, they met in New Jersey, and it was 13-2 Edmonton. And Wayne Gretzky called New Jersey a Mickey Mouse organization.
Ooh.
If you remember that.
I don't, but wow.
And so in shootout hockey, I have 93, 94. So I'm going to put it in the helper, and I'm going to play Oilers, Devils, and see what I can get the score to be.
That's going to be interesting.
I don't think I'll score 13 goals.
No,
but
that's a fluke. That's like when you're trying to. I remember a couple of people. Uncle Ron did it. Someone else. They tried to do Don Larson's perfect game. Not that they were trying.
Yeah.
Those are tough to redo.
You don't get the flukes like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're lucky to get a shutout. Never mind
Although I did when I did my my 1976 Tampa Bay Buccaneer project, which I think I had 8 or 9 football games, quick play, long play, and I played the Steelers beat them like 49-0. Okay, that was the worst beating that year. And so I decided to play Tampa, Pittsburgh in all these games to see what I could do.
Yep.
And the closest one to the whatever the score was, 49-0 or 46, and I don't remember, was Action PC.
Yep.
I think I got it to be like 42-0 or something like that, or 40, but it was the closest one to all of them. So yeah, so that was pretty close. But all those other games, the quick plays and everything, Tampa Bay got 10, 12, 14 points. But in Action PC, nothing.
To be honest with you, Tampa Bay, they come in the league 1976. By 1979, they're playing in the NFC Championship game.
Yes, they were. Yep.
Coach McKay, and I always say Dave McKay. It's not Dave McKay. John McKay.
John McKay. Yep.
They always had a good defense, even when they started. Yeah. Their offense was horrific.
If you ever saw the documentary, I watched it on YouTube, is they talked about how good the defense was in there for they were losing games 10-0. There was obviously Pittsburgh beat them 42-0, and and another the Raiders beat them 39-3 or something. But a lot of their games they were in, and they said that we had a good defense. We were in every game, but we got shut out 5 times.
They didn't have a quarterback. They had a couple of decent running backs.
Yeah.
Just King Ickey the replay of the Dave Rigetti game. I think that's the no-hitter on 4th of July against the Red Sox. I watched that as a kid. And I was not happy. Ruined my freaking 4th of July. Oh, he just puts it here. Rigetti's 4th of July no-hitter, my 80s decade project, and he threw a perfect game. It's on. Oh, that is cool. We're going to have to check that out. King Ickey Boo. I don't think did I watch that one? I don't know. But yeah, that's fun when that happens. I did opening day, 1988. What's that game called? It's Card and Dice, but it's on the PC on Steam. Digital Diamond Baseball, and Roger Clemens threw a no-hitter. I don't mean I've thrown, but I've played 2 no-hitters in that Digital Diamond. Mario Soto in Game 1 of the World Series in 1990, and then Roger Clemens 88 opening day. It's kind of fun when it happens. You know what's funny, Dave? I didn't realize either one until I start looking and go, holy cow. And then I actually mention it so people would be aware of it, but it's pretty interesting. And again, that's pure. It is kind of fun. You kind of root for it when it happens because it's something that doesn't happen much.
Yeah.
So, Dave, we'll probably just go a little bit longer. What are you really enjoying now? I know you're doing the Roberto Schiavini games, which are fun. I'm doing the Olympic boxing. Are you going to get back to the hockey game? The one Alan Shaw did slips my mind now.
Shootout hockey. Yeah, I have two games playing for shootout hockey, and I got them set up for the helper, so I can play the helper, so I can play it online. I love that helper. I have the one I talked about, the Oilers and the Devils. Yep. Which I'm hoping the Oilers will crush them. And then I watched on YouTube the other night, 1993-94 playoff game, Game 7. It was actually first round. Calgary Flames, Vancouver Canucks. Theo Fleury for Calgary versus Pavel Bure for Vancouver.
Oh, I remember Pavel Bure.
Yeah, so that's the other one I'm going to play. So I got those 2 coming up. In the mail today, yes. I got the old Stratomatic basketball game with the 75-76 season I bought from somebody.
Cool.
Very cheap. This guy gave me a deal. I said, I'm out of work. He's like, okay, I'll give it to you for this with shipping. And it's very different. Like the basic cards look like the hockey basic cards. Yeah. The new basketball has got bigger cards. So I don't know. He said they're not compatible, but I'm going to see what I can do to try to finagle something there. But if not, then I'll use the old cards.
Yeah, the Buffalo Braves are definitely in that 75-76.
Yeah, but they're good. they're good Braves though. They're not
Yeah,
the
it's
72
Bob
Braves.
McAdoo, Ernie
Yes.
Gregorio
Yeah.
out of Providence, and they had a couple other score. They could. My dad and my brother, my uncle, they could. That team could score. They didn't play a lick of defense. They wanted to score. But yeah, that's been a lot of fun watching and reading that stuff, whether in Discord or on your Digital to Diamond. I always mess that up. Digital to Dice, Facebook, and if you're on Facebook and you're a good person, see if you get that. Try to get that invite.
Yep.
There's a lot of nice people on there. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy reading everything.
Yep. So what else do I got? So I got the shootout hockey coming up. I got the strat basketball. I got I want to do that Kill the Power Play project with the Stanley Cup finalists for 8 years. So I got a Sweet 16 coming up on that. I'm still playing some replay basketball, regular season basketball. Regular season basketball.
That is a Marco Walter game, right?
Yes, yes.
Right.
He's on our group. He's on Digital to Dice group all the time.
He commented or he liked the that looks like a fun game too. I'm looking because I keep looking at the bobsledding for Roberto Schiavini, but I think I will pull the trigger on the hockey game. The fast again, I mess up the name, but now quickly on the hockey game, the one I like that I forget the name that you and Alan Shaw play. Shootout hockey. The helper is not part of the game. Someone made that, correct?
Right. Yeah.
Because I remember listening to you on one of your videos recently, and you're trying, or maybe no, it was probably the chat with the daily chats with Uncle Ron, and you're trying to find it again. Is that?
Yeah. Let me show you where it is. Yeah, and I highly recommend it for this game.
They're in the Discord, or even on their Facebook page, if that's okay.
Yeah, this is it right here. If you go to this, so this is it's Steelers 8643's replays. It's called.
He also does the football.
Yeah, so he's got a helper for what is this second season football? Yeah, I forget which one it is.
You've played that.
No, I haven't played that one yet. Oh, this is a pro football helper that does. I think it works with everything. I had a hard time with it. I just didn't spend a lot of time with it. But if you get down to the bottom here, so he's got second season FAC. He's got this hockey clock thing. I couldn't get that to work, but the shootout hockey helper at the bottom is fantastic. That's the one right there. You go and you get that, and it's.
You did a video on how to set it up. That's.
Yep. So so let me see what I'll do is I don't know if I can show you that. If that'll work at all, but the shootout hockey helper, it just allows you to play the game right here on the screen. So I could do this right here. So I don't know if I can.
Really cool.
I don't know if I can share that. Let me see if I can share. Let me see. Is that going to share?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, that is, yeah. So that's
yours.
Yep. This is, so I show you how to put the cards in.
Yep.
And now
you just did that video. It was very, very informative.
So if I go to select the goalies, I show you how to put all the players in. So I'm going to put Gilles Gilbert net for Boston and Gilles Maloshian net for the Seals. And now we start the game. And what's really great about this is it has the fast action cards built in.
Yep.
And they're random every time, or you can roll dice.
Oh, that is cool.
And
I would do the dice rolling.
Yeah, so you can use the dice if you want. What I do is I like to flip the card here, and you check for the minute. So 1 minute. So then you would go 1 minute off the clock. Now you see it's 19 minutes, and then you would roll the dice for a scoring chance. Okay, so a 65. Okay, that's a scoring chance for Boston. Let's say. Then you go, who gets a scoring chance? It's A. A is Phil Esposito.
That's a good scoring chance.
Where's he taking a shot? Phil Esposito is at the blue line, which is the furthest one away. Then the next card would be a blue line is no goal.
No goal.
Okay.
That's a cool game.
And then you would start it again. Then you flip the card. You say, okay, now I get 2 minutes off the clock. 2 minutes off the clock. And then you roll the dice. And let's say you scored. You would click on Boston goal. And then you would say, goal by Phil Esposito. Okay. First assist to Bobby Schmartz. And then second assist to Bobby Orr. However you got to do it here. I think you click on the name and do it. And then you just, put in how many seconds on the goal.
So it keeps the stats for you.
Type of goal and then continue. And it'll keep the stats for you. Send the box score. I'll cancel that out.
Does it keep season stats or no? Or is it just games?
No, it's just per game. But it does keep track of, shots on net and all this stuff here. So yeah, it's just mainly a box score thing. So you could see how the colors. We talk about colors. You know what I mean? Mike Sealock 2-minute drill. Look at the colors on these cards here. They're gorgeous. So yeah, so you could put the cards into this game. It comes with all the FACs and the dice in there. So all you need to do is put in the cards and the text file of any teams that you have, and you're good to go. And you play the game here, and then when you're done, you have the box score. But it keeps score here because you got the scoreboard, the shots on net. You got the score, the time of the game. You keep changing the time of the game so you can see where you are. It's fantastic for streaming.
Oh yeah,
it really is. And so I would highly recommend, I would play the game first, but then put it on here. But it does take a little bit of work. You do have to, screen capture. Yep. But I mean, the video I did explains it all. It comes with a text file. The text file does too. It says, here's the size that you need, and then here's the text file that you need. And they have, as long as they're called the same thing, it works. One time I didn't call them the same thing, and the program wouldn't work so I had to take out whatever I put in and then go back in and fix it. So it's finicky like that. Yep. But once it works,
it looks awesome.
But it's as long as it's like Boston Bruins 1971-72, and then Boston Bruins JPEG 7170. So long as it's called the same, it's no problem. It works like a charm.
Have you ever thought? Because I've talked about it. Because I saw the 25-minute documentary, The Flyers Against the Soviets. Have you ever thought
I hated that. I did. I hated it. Everyone thinks it's so cool that the Russians went home and they're going home. Ron laughs. They're going home. I watched it live.
I know, you told me. I know.
And I thought it was stupid. I thought,
Would you ever think about playing that game though?
I would have to find the Russian team somewhere. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Is as I have somebody made, was it Mark Miller made the Summit Series game, the 72 Canadians and the 72 Russians. So that was awesome.
And that's a freebie on the sports replay site.
No, that was on Delphi. I think he put them on. Because
I know on the sports replay site.
I don't think they have anything for shootout hockey there.
Oh no, not shootout hockey.
Oh, Action PC?
Action PC. I'm sorry.
I'd have to see if they might have, I think they might. Well, the thing is that there was 2 teams that were playing that year.
Yeah, that I didn't know. You guys
not to get into all the detail there, but there were 2 teams that were torn, and one of them was kicking the NHL's ass. They kicked the Bruins' ass. They kicked I think the Sabres were one of the teams that won, but they kicked everybody's ass. They tied Montreal in Montreal. That was like one of the more famous games. So they might have that for Action PC. I might be able to play the Flyers, but I don't know if I could get. I'd have to find the rosters and put the players in, but I didn't like that game. I didn't like it. I just thought the Flyers were playing cheap. They were playing dirty. I know it's the Russians, and I'm not sympathizing with them, but I want to watch hockey. And when you're out there cheap shotting people, even some of the leagues I do, when I see people cheap shotting, I'm like, come on, man. It's hockey. It's not hockey when you spear somebody. Come on.
I tell you, I always did like Olympic hockey when it was wide open. They played, especially when I was a kid, because it was I used to watch Bruins. Bruins played on a very small. If you watch on YouTube, how incredibly small that rink is.
Yeah.
They used to try to get the Canadians in there. You always knew when you had a Canadians-Bruins game, back in the day, the way the playoffs were was different. They could actually play in the Stanley Cup. But no matter when they played with a regular season, you knew, at least if the Bruins were at home, they might have a shot.
Yeah.
Because it was a smaller rink.
Yeah.
Then you see when they go play in Canada, in Montreal, at the,
it was tougher. Yeah.
What was the old
the Forum?
The Forum. It was like it looked huge, and then you see Guy Lafleur, his hair flying, and you're like getting sick to your stomach as a Bruins fan.
Yeah.
Not that the Bruins couldn't skate; there was just more room. They couldn't play as physical with them.
they were used to the smaller rink. Yeah.
So it was always strange to me that there was no set size for a hockey rink.
Well, there was, but it really come down. What are you gonna do? Kick the Bruins out of the league because the rink is 10 feet smaller or 5 feet thinner?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't as big back now that they're building rinks, it's a big business. Yeah. Now they're like, look, this is the size, and they're all standard. But I mean, back in the day, if you remember, the penalty boxes, the Bruins had their bench, and next to the bench was the penalty boxes.
Yep.
The opposing team, their bench was on the opposite side of the rink. So when the Bruins guy got out of the penalty box, he would just hop off and go right to the bench. When the other team's guy had a penalty, if he went to the bench, he had to go all the way across the ice.
Yep.
So and there's still rinks like that. There was, I think, when I went down to Yale, I did a broadcasting gig down at Yale in Connecticut.
Oh, really
and,
cool.
And the benches were opposite each other, because now it's standard. It's the benches on the same side, penalty boxes across the ice. It's even Steven for everybody. Some of these rinks I still go to, especially the old college ones. The benches are on opposite sides, and one team has the penalty boxes, and it's a decided advantage. It's kind of neat.
What was your? And we'll go off air in about
1 o'clock.
It's 1 o'clock. What was one of your favorite because you do broadcasting, if people don't know. What you just said you did a game down at Yale. What was some of your favorite broadcasts that you've done as we're going to head out soon?
Oh, let me see. I did a high school hockey game in Woburn, Division I boys. And it was to see who would go play at Lowell, and then the winners would play at the Boston Garden. But they had a playoff game, and they sent me and my partner to cover the playoff game. It was one of the best games they ever did. High school championship, Division I high school hockey. Fantastic game.
Just you were going to go to the state semis, it sounded like.
Yeah, it was. It was really good. So there was that. I also did a job at the Boston Garden. I was in the Nesson booth with Jack and Brickley. I stood right where they were. Yeah.
Wow.
9 stories up. It is a long way down. It was.
What game did you do there?
I did the girls high school finals, Division I and Division II.
Wow, that's cool.
Yep. So that was a fun one too, because we were up. And what was really, really humbling, okay, and really cool at the same time. So they did this. They did this game, but they used all of the Boston Garden cameras. Okay.
They got all the angles.
So it's like, when you watch a Bruins game, it was all those angles, right? But it was my voice. It was so surreal seeing when it was the girls playing, the girls high school playing. So it wasn't the Bruins speed, obviously, but it's just like the same angles, the top angles, behind the net angles. And it's my voice calling the game. That was really something else. That really was. That was a pretty darn cool thing, I thought. And the only other thing I did a roller hockey thing in Pittsburgh. It was probably had one of the biggest crowds I was at. It was like, holy cow. It was we had, I don't know, a few thousand people this roller hockey game, and the team from Oakland beat the team from.
And that was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania?
Yeah, we drove down to Pittsburgh. That's 11-hour drive.
How did you get that gig? Out of curiosity.
I had been working with that roller hockey league for quite some time, and they flew me all over. I went to Vegas a few times, in California. Wow. I was in Florida. We did a thing on ESPN3.
Uncle Dave Gardner is a true talent.
Yeah, ESPN3. I was on ESPN3.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so that was fun. So they had the finals in Pittsburgh, and they're like, all right, come on down to Pittsburgh. So we drove down to Pittsburgh and did our thing down there, and that was a fun time. We were watching that clip the other day, me and some of the guys from that, and there was a few thousand people. The place was rocking. It was like, wow, I'd never heard a place so loud. It was really fun, and I think they scored in overtime. Oakland won it in overtime, and the place went nuts. And so I've had a few fun times.
Well, we're gonna bring it to an end at 1. I'd like to thank everyone who was here. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank Uncle Dave Gardner on short notice. As we return with Chat with Al, we'll try to do another one next week. We'll have the OG on, Devin. Maybe we'll have Uncle Dave if he wants to come back and he's available. And it's just a lot of fun. We're here to chit-chat and enjoy everything. Everyone, we're going to get through this together. There's a lot of fun people on YouTube. There's people you can watch, people you can talk to. Every night, Uncle Dave and Uncle Ron have a chat, and it's fun. I've been on there a couple of times. I'm usually in the chat when I'm not on. I just enjoy listening to it, and it helps people. And you're not alone. You're not alone. There's lots of other YouTubers. There's your family. There's your friends. We'll get through this. At some time, we go back to normalcy, whatever that's going to be, but it's going to be soon. So stay positive, be safe, be smart. God bless, health and happiness. I love you all. Peace. Thank you very much. See you soon.